All right, here we go. And so the reason I'm recording this is actually for you guys. So I'm going to provide Anna with this link when we're done, and then she can send it out to everybody, and then that way you can use it afterwards. So, and then feel free to share it as well. So, so I'm also a yoga therapist. So what Anna asked me to do today is to provide a general yoga class, a beginner style yoga class so that anybody can do it, but also I'm going to weave a little bit of my yoga therapy components into this as well. So maybe get rid of any idea of what yoga is. So if you've been to a yoga class before, maybe kind of put any ideas of what to expect aside and just allow yourself to receive kind of a new experience today. So I also wanted to say, I put this in the link in the chats down there, but this is a 4-week series and it's part of Empower Idaho's COVID-19 Behavioral Health Awareness Campaign. So you can learn more about it in the link that I posted, excuse me, in the comments. Okay, so we're actually going to start with a brief grounding meditation. So wherever you're at, find a comfortable position, go ahead and close your eyes, and I'm going to be doing this with you. So go ahead and close your eyes and just begin to connect to your breath. So inviting the inhale through the nose, filling the belly all the way down to the sit bones. And exhaling through your mouth slowly, making the exhale slower than the inhale. Inhaling through the nose, filling the belly all the way down to the sit bones. And exhaling through the mouth, making the exhale longer. And a longer exhale begins to invite the nervous system to calm. So we're getting the parasympathetic nervous system on board. And continue this breath in your own way. We're going to take a few moments here to really ground. And the invitation today, as you continue to breathe, the invitation today is to stay in your own experience as much as possible. So we're going to be noticing how your body talks to you, how your body communicates in its own unique way with you. Continuing those breaths. Filling the belly and then making the exhale longer. And with each exhale, you begin to soften the edges of your experience. So noticing any maybe thoughts that feel a little bit intrusive, just invite them to take a back seat. And with each exhale, it brings you more into your body, all the little sensations that you might overlook. Each exhale grounds you more into this present moment. And start to begin to tap into your senses. So maybe noticing the taste in your mouth, the sounds around you. And even with your eyes closed, you might begin to notice any images in your mind's eye, colors or shapes. And with the next exhale that you Breathe out. Imagine that you're breathing a grounding cord all the way down to the center of the earth. So this grounding cord is connected to your body. And with your exhales, you're sending that grounding cord attached to your body all the way to the center of the earth. And when that grounding cord reaches the center of the earth, you can imagine it maybe tying off at the core. Noticing what your cord is made out of, what color, what texture. This is your unique grounding cord. And the intention for this is that as you go throughout your day today, after our practice, that this grounding cord keeps you connected. So if you ever feel like you are feeling anxious or getting too taken away by thoughts or emotions, just send this grounding cord back to the earth. And really feeling yourself connected here now. Connecting with your breath, you can now use your inhales to bring your awareness back up the grounding cord. And each inhale brings you back into your body. Noticing again sensations of the body. You might take a moment to label them, maybe tight back or sore, open. Just start to notice what stands out to you in your body in this moment. And bring your awareness to your heart space. You might even take a minute to place a hand or both hands on your heart if you'd like. And begin to breathe in and out of the heart. So you can even imagine that your heart is doing the breathing. And as you're here, set an intention for your practice. How do you want to show up for yourself right now? Maybe ask your heart and just see what it has to say. How do I want to show up for myself today? And when that intention is clear for you, you can just release your hands, take another inhale through your nose, and just let it fall out your mouth. And you can open your eyes when you're ready. You can either keep your eyes open or you can just keep them closed or slightly down throughout this practice and just listen to my voice. So go ahead and stand wherever you are. Stand up. And you might not be able to see all of me. I'll move back, but I want you to hear me. So maybe keep your eyes closed and just do some free movement. So maybe this looks like moving with your arms maybe back and forth. You can start to swing your arms around your body. You can stretch. So really drop into your experience. There's no right or wrong to this, but just move your body the way that your body wants to move right now. So we're just inviting movement. It might be the first movement of the day for you if you just rolled out of bed. And as you're moving in free movement, allowing the body to move itself, begin to notice maybe what emotions are here today. Noticing what thoughts are here. And notice your breath. So as you continue to move in your own way, really notice where your breath is in your body. You might do some shaking. You can shake your legs, shake your arms, roll your shoulders down and back. And then finding a still position, bringing your feet together at your mat. Inhaling the arms all the way up and over your head, reaching the fingertips to the sky. And exhale, bending at the hips. You can bend your knees if you need to. Fingertips to the mat. Inhale, straight back, opening the heart. And exhale, hands back down, forward fold. And with your next inhale, reach the arms all the way up and over the head, fingertips to the sky. Inhale and exhale, bending at the hips, fingertips to the mat, a gentle bend in the knees, releasing the neck. Inhale brings you to a half lift, straight back. And exhale, back down. So this is a sun salutation. We're gonna do 5 more at your own pace, okay? So I'll lead 1 more, but I want you to do 5 more with your breath, okay? So inhale, all the way up, fingertips overhead, lifting. And exhale, bend at the hips, gentle bend in the knees, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, half lift, straight back. And exhale, back down. Inhale, reach back up, fingertips to the sky. So continue with your own breath at your own pace. Do 4 more. And as you're moving with your own breath, begin to notice how your body is communicating with you today. And it can be very unique to you. Notice what areas of your body want some attention today. And if your body could have a voice in this moment, what would it say to you? So give it a voice. Notice any messages from the mind chatter. Again, invite them to go take a back seat and then really tap in, set the intention to receive messages from your body. So do 1 more sun salutation wherever you're at. So finishing up and come to just a neutral standing position with your feet together. And you're gonna go ahead and open your arms up. And so I'm bending my knees so you can see me, but hands are together, but your feet, your legs are straight. And inhale, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. And with your exhale, you're gonna bend to one side. So if you're familiar with yoga, this is called crescent pose. So reaching the fingertips to one side, and then find your edge on this side. So if your eyes are closed, breathe into the sensation on your side. Stay with it. Feeling your feet rooted into the earth. Breathing into that opening on your side body. Staying very present with yourself. One more inhale brings you all the way back up, fingertips reaching to the sky. And exhale, gently bend to the other side. So finding your edge on this side. When you find that edge, stay with it and breathe into the sensation on that side. Notice if there's any difference here from the other side. One more inhale and come all the way back up, reaching your fingertips to the sky. And exhale, brings your hands back down to your sides, and then come to hands and knees on your mat. And just make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are under your hips. And this is called cat-cow, again in yoga. So inhale, you're gonna untuck the tail and lift the chin, open the heart. Inhale here. And exhale, you just gently push through the palms, rounding the spine, tucking the chin to the chest, tucking the tail. And inhale, untuck the tail, opening the heart, lifting the chin, breathing into the heart space. And exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin, tucking the tail. So continue this with your own breath. And again, as you're moving, move mindfully and slowly enough that you can really feel every sensation in between. So this is a mindfulness practice. And invite the question again to your body as you're moving. What do you want me to know today? Wherever you're at, do one more cat-cow with your own breath. Finding a neutral spine. And we're going to continue this movement with our breath. So inhaling the right arm and the left leg. So inhale, right arm, left leg. And exhale, bring it back down. And your next inhale is the other arm, other leg. So left arm, right leg, stretching out. And exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, back down. So continue this alternate arm and leg with your inhales and your exhales. And again, moving slow enough that you can really feel into any messages from your body. So noticing what it wants you to know here. Maybe noticing the difference between each side. And you might even ask each side what it wants you to know. Maybe what it has to say. So without any judgment, just notice any mind chatter. If you do notice it, just come back to sensations in your body. What kind of relationship do you want to have with your body? So do one more on each side. Finding a neutral spine again. And when you're here, just take a deep inhale through your nose, let it fall out your mouth. And do one more, but this time with your exhale, make it audible. So inhaling through the nose and let it fall out your mouth. Deep sigh. And go ahead and curl your toes under, gently pressing through the feet to lift the hips. This is downward dog. So go ahead and lift the hips, pedaling the feet out, back and forth. Just taking a moment here to feel your body. Take a deep inhale that goes all the way down to your spine, to your sit bones. Letting it fall out your mouth. With your next inhale, lift the right leg any amount. Exhale, bring it through to a lunge so your right foot comes between your hands on the mat. Go ahead and spin the left foot down. Really anchor that left foot, all four corners, into the mat. And feel the strength in your legs. Feel your strength in your core. And inhale, bring the torso up, and then you can place your hands on your hips. Or you can inhale to bring the arms all the way up overhead, reaching to the sky. So wherever you're at here, breathe into it. Find the edge in your body. Notice what it feels like to root down and reach up at the same time. Opening the heart. One more inhale here. And exhale, bring your hands all the way back down to the mat. Step your foot back to downward dog. And take that falling out breath again with deep inhale through the nose, let it fall out your mouth. Pedaling the feet back and forth. With your next inhale, reach the left foot up any amount. And exhale, bring the left foot in a lunge between the hands on your mat. Spin the right foot to an angle, 45 degrees. And really anchor all four corners of your right foot to the mat. Feeling the strength in your legs. Imagine that grounding cord. And then bring some strength to your core. And inhale, hands to the hips, torso upright. When you're ready, inhale the arms all the way up overhead, reaching the fingertips to the sky. Again, feeling what it feels like in your body to root down and reach up at the same time. You might even ask the question, what does this feel like in life to root down and reach up at the same time? One more inhale. And exhale, very slowly bringing the hands back down to the mat. Step the foot back to downward dog. You can pedal the feet out and do a few of those deep inhales through the nose and let them fall out your mouth. So take a minute here to maybe do 3 of those. Maybe with an audible exhale. One more. When you're ready, come on down to your knees and then come down to your belly. See if you can see me. Yep. Okay. Come on down to your belly and place the forehead to the mat. Your hands are underneath your shoulders and your elbows are hugging your ribs. And your legs are like a tail behind you, so they're pressing together, pressing the feet together. Tops of the feet are pressing onto the floor. With your next inhale, gently press through your palms to lift the heart any amount. And find your own edge here, breathing in and out of the heart space. So stay here for 5 breaths, breathing in and out of your heart. Allowing your body to speak with you however it needs to. Breathing in and out of the heart. What does your body want you to know? When you have completed that last breath through the heart, go ahead and come on back down. You can release your arms by your side and tilt your head to one side and just rest on your mat for a moment. As you're resting here, your eyes can be closed. Feel your whole front body against the earth. Making those exhales a little bit longer. And if the front side of your body could have a voice right now, what would it say? And that might be a strange question to your mind. But invite that question to your front body now. What do you want me to know? And take one more inhale here. Let it fall out your mouth. And place your hands again underneath your shoulders to push your upper body back up to kneeling. And then we're all going to stand together. So find a standing position on your mat. Widening the feet a little bit more than hip distance apart. And then bring your arms all the way out like a star. So take a minute here to breathe and expand, expanding through your feet and through your fingertips. So each inhale expands you farther out. So these are micro movements. Inhale makes you grow a little bit wider. And exhale, soften the edges. Inhale, reaching out, growing out, expanding the arms and the legs. Noticing that each inhale, you grow a little bit taller. So your spine grows taller, your head grows taller. like a string that's attached to the top of your head that attaches you to the sky. So inhale, expand, and exhale, soften the edges. One more. Inhale, expand energetically. And exhale, soften the edges. And with the next inhale, you're going to actually open the heart and reach all the way back. Maybe your head bends back a little bit. And then exhale, you're going to pretend like you're hugging a beach ball. You could bend your knees a little bit, hugging in any amount. And inhale, opening, reaching, opening the heart and expanding. And exhale, hugging in. Following your breath, continue to expand your body and contract. And please feel free to make these movements your own. So if expanding and contracting looks different to you, feel free to do that. Follow your breath. The inhale expands you. And the exhale, you contract in. So continue these movements with your breath. And as you expand, invite the question, how do I expand in life? What does that feel like? Noticing any emotions that might show up with that. Maybe noticing what it might feel like to be seen as you expand in your life, as you grow. And as you contract, whatever that looks like in your body, as you're hugging in or contracting, really feel what that might feel like in life as well. So how does contracting show up in your life? Taking any judgment out of it. What does contracting feel like in your life? So as you continue to open and expand and contract in, do two more in your own way, your own body with your breath. The last one, expanding. And this time with your contraction, with your exhale, just gently bend at the hips and maybe just allow yourself to be a rag doll. So you might grab opposite elbows and just allow yourself to rock back and forth. Maybe there's a gentle bend in your knees. Just allow your lower body to really support your upper body. Taking some deep inhales and just let them go out your mouth. Let everything go. Everything up to this point. Imagine it falling out the top of your head, letting it go, releasing it to the earth. One more inhale and exhale, letting it go. And put a gentle bend in your knees just to push all the way back up to standing. And then go ahead and lay on your back on the mat. And as you lay down, you're going to bend your knees and bring your heels to your sit bones. And with your inhale, you push through the feet to lift the hips. At the same time, lifting the arms up over your ears. So inhale, lifts the arms up, biceps by the ears. And then exhale, bringing the arms all the way back down, hips come back down to the mat. Inhale, push through the feet, lift the hips, simultaneously lifting the arms, biceps by the ears. And exhale, arms come back down, hips back down to the mat. So following your breath, continue this in your own way, moving slow enough that you can really feel what it is that your body wants you to know. And as you inhale and open, find the edge in your body, in your sacrum area, in your hips, any messages from that area of the body. And as you slowly exhale, releasing the hips back down, just noticing what that feels like as well, to allow your hips and body to be supported with that contraction and exhale. So continue this with your own breath. We're going to spend maybe another couple minutes moving at your own pace here. And anytime your mind wanders, come back to your body and only the sensations there. Just getting curious. What does my body want to say now? Wherever you're at, do one more round of inhales and exhales. And as you exhale, bringing the hips back down, arms by your side, just take a moment to pause and take a deep breath in through your nose, letting it fall out your mouth. And then go ahead and just give your knees a hug. So hugging the knees into the chest, and you can rock back and forth. If it feels comfortable, you can stay here, or you can grab the outer edges of your feet. This is called happy baby. Grab the outer edges of your feet, rocking back and forth. Staying very present. Any emotions that might show up here as you're showing yourself unconditional love today. Just take a moment to remember your intention. What intention did you set at the beginning of practice today? Notice if it shifted or changed. And then moving into a gentle twist, so you can release your knees or your feet and go ahead and straighten the left leg out onto your mat, and then keeping the right knee bent, you can use your left hand to guide it over the left leg. So this is just a gentle twist on the right. So the right knee comes over the left leg. The right arm reaches out to the right. You might look over that right arm. Just a gentle twist on your back, on the right. So breathing into this twist, breathing into your back body. Each exhale, you let go and release a little bit more. You soften just a little bit more. One more inhale. And then exhale, releasing that side. You can transition to a twist on the other side. So finding a twist on the other side, you can gently bring your your left knee over your right leg that's outstretched. Stretching your left arm out. You can look over that left arm, facilitating that twist on the left side. Breathe into this twist, into your back body. And just noticing if there's any difference on this side. Each exhale, you soften the edges here. Let go a little more. One more inhale. And exhale, you can release the twist. You can hug your knees into your chest one more time, maybe giving one last squeeze, one last hug. And finding a resting position on your mat. So if you have a blanket and pillow, go ahead and find that at this time and set up for about 5 minutes of rest. Making yourself comfortable. Inviting those exhales to be a little bit longer, just like we did at the beginning. So as you're transitioning to your rest position, inviting the exhales to lengthen. And as you're starting to rest, I'd like to read you a poem, and then I'll allow you to continue your rest for about 5 minutes. Yoga is not about the pose. It's not the alignment of toes or hips or shoulders. It's not about the form. Yoga is an invitation to explore. It speaks the language of the soul. In the flow of breath and motion, yoga coaxes us from the confines of the known, across the silent threshold into vastness. Yoga is the union of prayer and movement, guided from the inside. It is healing and the joy of saying yes to life. So breathe, relax, and feel the body receive its own truth. slowly deepen your breath. Beginning to notice the sounds around you. You can begin to make small movements with your fingers and toes. When you feel ready, you can transition to just laying onto one side. When you feel ready, you can transition to a seated position. Just keeping your eyes either closed or slightly down, keeping your focus inward. Once you're seated upright, just notice what stood out to you today. It doesn't have to be big and profound. Just notice what messages came through for you from your body, from your intuition. What stood out to you today? And then invite the question, does what showed up today in my body, in my yoga practice, does this also show up in my life in some way? And if the answer was yes, you might even ask, what do you feel called to do with this new information? So if there's an action that you can take in your life, what would that be? Just take a moment to get clear on that. Just one thing you can do with anything that showed up today. When that feels clear to you, take a deep inhale through your nose, letting it fall out your mouth, and gently opening your eyes when you're ready. Welcome back. And what I would invite everyone to do going forward, if you have a few minutes when we're done here, use that paper and pen to just free write anything that showed up and that was significant for you. And when I say free write, it's just allow the pen to flow. And maybe time yourself for about 5 minutes and just see what shows up for you. So thank you, everybody, for allowing me to be part of your day. Thank you, thank you. Awesome, thanks, Kaylee.
Jessica, this is Anna. That was awesome. Thank you so much. I feel ready for my day.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. I look forward to seeing you next week. Same time, same place. Bye, guys.